When they arrived on the scene, they found the victim injured inside the residence with a gunshot wound to his head. Kelly Ann Jordan claimed her boyfriend was shot, and she said, "I don't know what happened."
The investigators found 4 .45 high-point caliber shell casings in the roadway outside of this incident location.
They did see where the house was struck by gunfire from the outside. You can start piecing the puzzle together, and a drive-by shooting would be the most likely scenario in that moment.
There was very little evidence at that point in time. It was baffling to law enforcement. Who shot him, why he was shot, that was unclear.
When I first reviewed the case file, my initial reaction was a little bit of shock at how little was in it. That's why when we realized we probably should go back and re-interview every single one of the witnesses that were interviewed to begin with.
We started to hear street talk from various folks in the county. Names were coming up. 2 of those names were Cody Murphy and Randy Kennedy.
Kayla Nally was Cody Murphy's baby mama. When we spoke with Kayla, my impression was she had moved on from Cody.
I mean, me and Cody aren't that level. Like, we had split up that June. He didn't even see his kids. Cody don't care about his kids.
I figured when we talked to her again, if we needed her to help us put Cody in prison, she would be willing to do that because she didn't care about him anymore. Speaking of Randy Kennedy in reference to the 2012 homicide of Timothy Ramsey.
I'm Detective Daniel Martin.
Scotty Hill.
There are a couple things that have come up in our investigation.
Specifically between you and Cody Murphy going on.
Oh, yeah. Just start with what your relationship with Cody Murphy was back in that time, in 2012.
Me and Cody, we back then we had a falling out. We fell out about a girl.
And you saw him at Truck and Jerry's was the first time you actually got a hold of him.
Yeah.
Did a number on him. It was just you kind of smacking him around?
Yeah, like he had his motorcycle helmet on. Ashley gets in the car with me. I was riding around, but the whole time, Cody's blowing Ashley's phone up. Man, calling back to back. So I'm like, man, just tell him I dropped you off at, tell him I'm taking you to Timothy's and I dropped you off. That's where you at Timothy's. And so she tells him, look, I'm going to Timothy's. That's where I'm about to be at.
So that really jumped out at us. And that's the first time we had heard that Cody thought Randy was at Timothy's house, Rambo's house, because Ashley Thomason told him.
But I never took her here, though. That's the thing. I brought her to the dollar store. He was the only one that thought I was here, and she was here.
He kind of led us down that path that the morning of the shooting, Cody believed that Randy was at Rambo's house.
And that was really key to this investigation because it put together why someone would shoot up that house. It gave us the reason behind the shooting.
You weren't supposed to be brought up here till tomorrow. They wouldn't got you a day early. What kind of, you like fast food? Is there any restaurant in particular you like?
Well, I ain't had the restaurant in 7 years.
I know.
If I got a choice, I'm gonna mushroom Swiss from Hardee's.
Mushroom Swiss from Hardee's. My initial plan was always to be, his buddy. We're just 2 bros hanging out. So I really fed into that a good bit with him. When you look at this case, it's all about Randy Kennedy. And I'm going to basically torturing you to the point where you snapped. That's what I believe happened. And I heard rumors about it. I believe that Rambo Ramsey was an accident, 100% an accident. And I know that because you can take the best sniper in the world, and he couldn't make the shot that killed Rambo at all. It went through 2 walls and hit him right in the head. It was a freak accident while you were riding by on a motorcycle. I felt like if I made Randy our common enemy, then it's not just Cody's enemy, he's my enemy too. We both hate Randy Kennedy. He's a bad guy, he's a dangerous guy. That was another way to kind of get to where he was looking at me more as a friend instead of the cop who's trying to put a manslaughter charge on him. Give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. I really thought, okay, that's gonna be enough. He's gonna confess right here.
Hey, Detective Hill. I got you back.
All right. Sorry, they made me pat you down anytime.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I let me strip search 3 times a day.
My thoughts on it was, this is actually good for me because she's gonna be on my side this whole time. She's gonna come in and she's gonna be like, you better tell him everything. I'm sick of having to deal with this, you know. You better tell the truth. I was thinking we're gonna have this wrapped up in 5 minutes. She ran into the room and jumped in his arms. And I thought, oh man, I completely misread this situation.
He's charged me with voluntary manslaughter, which means he was purposely killed.
Okay.
I haven't said anything.
I haven't either. And I don't know. This is why
No. I'm saying I haven't said nothing today.
I feel like you're getting bullied into doing something. His job is to get you to do this regardless of what it takes.
You're right. I'm not working.
He don't give a He's not gonna sleep less at night feeling any more about you or less about you or anything like that. He don't care.
I'm watching this going, okay, how do I get in there and how do I break this up? Because it did not go at all like I wanted it to.
I really think he's trying to help us.
I
know you don't trust no cop. I know.
But if we go to trial in this right here, we're going to lose. Just off the evidence he had.
What he's trying to do is get it so I can plead down to involuntary.
And I'm not trying to trick you into talking.
He's not making us do anything. When
Cody started defending me, that gave me the confidence to push him towards a confession. I just need to know this one thing. Did you do this and are you sorry for it?
It was an accident. You didn't know everything we had to do was come home. Right? Right?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I wasn't nobody supposed to die. I'm not a killer.
Cody Murphy wanted people to like him, and I was able to give him a way to get this off his chest and for him to still feel like I liked him at the end of it. And for Kayla to still have that positive relationship with him. I think for her, it was more she didn't want to believe that somebody she loved killed somebody. That was difficult for her.
Justice means looking at everything and coming up with the most equitable result, taking everything into consideration. And I do feel like what we came up with in the end did that.
It's so easy to look at a cold case and say, well, if they couldn't do anything with it back then, what am I going to do now? But if you're patient enough and you're willing to work hard enough, you can get some closure for a family that's hasn't had it for years.